Hi guys! I'm very excited because today I'm going to be making you a video on some differences between Korea and America. And this summer I actually studied abroad in Korea for a total of 2 months. My program was only actually for 1 month, but I decided to go a whole month early to really just not have to worry about anything like studying and just really get a feel for life in Korea. Let's just jump right into the video. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about would be the transportation. So when you're in Korea, most people pretty much travel using subway, bus, or taxis. And in Korea, I basically used all three, but I'd probably say I used subway the most. So in America, unless you live in a city such as, New York or whatever, where buses and taxis are very common there, in America, you really must own a car. And this kind of takes me into difference number 2, which is the architectural differences in America and Korea. So in America, point A and point B may not be, and oftentimes are not gonna be, within walking distance. So this is definitely a big difference. When I was in Korea, I pretty much walked everywhere. I mean, after you get off your subway or get off your bus or whatever, there's so many things, within walking distance that, God, I pretty much walked the most I've ever walked in my entire life when I was in Korea. So just in America, you really need a car. And if you're coming to America from Korea and you do not have a car or you're not planning on getting one, I really do recommend the now popular Uber, which is kind of like a taxi kind of thing, but it's apparently cheaper. And that's all I can really say. Just download the app and it'll be really helpful. Alright, so in Korea, the buildings and businesses are built extremely close together. So let's just say you have a Cafe Bene. Well, you could have like a McDonald's right on top of the Cafe Bene. Like, it's crazy. And a lot of cafes and, a bunch of other businesses are 2 stories. I mean, the first Starbucks I went to in Korea. Alright, another difference is going to be at restaurants. You know that, well, you probably don't know if you haven't been to Korea, but basically, at your table, there's gonna be a little button on the side, and as soon as you need something or you need your server, you just press it and they will be right there. And in America, sadly, we don't have those buttons. So it's like, if your server does not come, you don't get what you need until they come. And I can't tell you how many times, after coming back from America, I'll be like needing something and I'm like, the server will be taking their sweet time and I'll be like, where is my button at? I was like, I really miss that about Korea, and I still miss it. Alright, and now as for tips, guys, there is no tipping in Korea. No tipping whatsoever. And don't even try, because some people might actually be offended if you try to tip them. Now in America, you pretty much have to tip, it seems like, almost everybody. So, in America you have to tip restaurants, when you go to a hair salon, nail salon, you gotta tip. So that's something I kind of miss in Korea, is not having to tip. It was pretty nice. Alright, next is gonna be grocery. These are kind of things I saw or experienced. So when I went to the grocery store, I bought a few things, and after they rung up, the things I was buying, there was no one there to put my things in a grocery bag. They just pretty much give you the bag, and then you have to put your own things in the grocery bag. So it was just like, when I saw that, I was kind of confused. I was like, what? Because like in America, that's not the case. Either they do it or there's somebody there that is gonna put all your things in the grocery bags for you. You don't have to do that yourself in America. So I don't know if that's everywhere, in every grocery store in America, and also I don't know if it depends. Like, I don't know if it's different if you have like a ton of stuff, because God, I can't imagine like holding up the line if you have like a ton of stuff and you have to like, put everything in the grocery bag yourself. So I never really had an experience where I was buying a whole ton of things, but at least 5 or 6 things I was buying and I had to put them in the bag, which is just a difference I noticed. And then at gas stations in Korea, I believe they will pump your gas for you. Whereas in America, you have to fill your own tank. You have to get out of your car and put your own gas in your car. So it's kind of interesting how things are swapped there. And I have one last difference that I noticed, and this is kind of a big one to a lot of people, and this is the public restrooms in Korea. All right, you use the bathroom. After you use your toilet paper, you do not throw that in the toilet, okay? You will see in every public restroom, there's gonna be a huge trash can inside your stall, and that is filled with everybody's used toilet paper, and that's where yours goes to. So yeah, do not throw your toilet paper in the toilet. Throw it in the trash can, because apparently there's something up with Korea's plumbing systems, and apparently they cannot take toilet paper or anything and it'll get clogged, or it will... I honestly read some story where someone's toilet exploded or something, because the person before them had put a lot of toilet paper down. Honestly, I never experienced that because I always followed the rules, luckily. But I would just recommend you, even though it may be gross, you're not used to it, just try to get in the habit of throwing toilet paper in the trash can. And obviously in America, we don't have really the same plumbing system, so everybody will throw their toilet paper in the toilet. Additionally, we don't have that huge trash can in the stall, so even if we wanted to throw it in the trash can, there's not a big trash can to hold everyone's toilet paper. And also, this is very important, you will find oftentimes you'll go to a public restroom, they will be all out of toilet paper. So girls, you really, and guys too, you really gotta carry toilet paper with you where you go, because it really sucks to not have toilet paper when you really need it. And yeah, so these are just some differences that I noticed and that I experienced myself. Oh, and one last thing, guys, they do have regular toilets, but you will also find squat toilets, and these are it's like, I don't know how else to explain it. It's kind of like a little hole on the ground, and you have to go and squat and and use the bathroom. Luckily, I only had to use that one time. And it's really not bad if you have to use it every once in a while. I couldn't imagine using it every single time I had to use the bathroom, especially if you really don't have strong legs and it's difficult for you to squat for a certain period of time, But anyways, yeah. I don't know, guys. Korea was really fun, and despite the differences, I was just very happy to experience a whole nother culture. I really enjoyed it, and I really miss Korea. So if you go, then really enjoy your time when you go, because you're really gonna miss it later, I promise you. Anyway, those are my differences. I really hope you guys enjoyed these videos. If you traveled to Korea or America and noticed some differences, please leave them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. All right, see you guys next time.